The Endurance E-Racing World Championship 24 Hours of Matsusaka is powered by ESR Esports Network, Xilinx, Elite Gaming, SimLab, Husingfeld, Simplexity, Global Connect, and Sport Extra.
Hello everybody and welcome to some more GTR24H interviews, and today I'm with Peter and Alexander Hartvik from the DMD Simsport BMW, driving in the GTE class for the EEWC. And now first of all, I'd like to ask you both, how have the last few months been for you? Because obviously everyone's going through a little bit of a strange one, so how has it been personally for you two?
Okay, as a team in the Simsports, we have been driving a little bit, not participating in very much because Alexander is driving his go-kart and has been quite active. You can tell something about what you have been doing?
Like when the corona, holidays started, can't call it holiday because I still had school, and then we drove like 3 or 4 times a week karting, so there weren't that much of time for the Simsport. But I mean, we have been doing some practices for the Nürburgring race and also the small circuit of Nürburgring. So
we did the Sebring early in the year.
We also did the Sebring. It was actually pretty good. We found the pace in the last hour, and it was fine. Not fast enough, but I think it will come when we arrive to the last race. So it's pretty fine. I mean, we are spending a lot of time on preparing the race in the end of the season, and we are finding some really great drivers, really clever. So I think it would be fine.
Yeah, and just on the note of the EEWC, you kind of touched on it there, but how would you assess the first couple of races of the championship so far? Obviously, new season and whatever. Got a podium at Sebring. So yeah, how would you assess it overall? How would you assess the first couple of races?
Looking at the Sebring race, we tried a lot of different setups.
We also had a new driver.
And we had a new driver we have to implement, and it went actually pretty good. The result was there.
Yeah.
Of course, when it's racing, you have to be lucky compared with a good preparation, but. And then in the mid-season, because of the activity on the karting circuits around Europe, the sim racing has not been that actual because training for the European Championship here in Suera and the coming races, we are busy. Yeah.
Also with school and work and
so on. So in the mid-season, we don't do that much sim sport, but we are preparing for the Le Mans 24 hours. That's for sure.
Normally in the mid-season, we only do laps on Le Mans because we know that we don't have that much time, so we don't prepare for other races. We only prepare us for the last and the most important race for us, and that's the EEWC. So we are quite excited for that.
Yeah, it's a long build-up for you guys, obviously, it's by the sounds of it. So I guess the big question is can you challenge Simply Race or Musto GD Esports? Because they've been so strong in the first couple of races, they've been doing really well. Obviously, it's not to say that you've been doing badly, obviously getting a podium or whatever, but they're obviously big names in the world of GT racing, basically. So can you bring the challenge to Simply Race or Musto in the Le Mans race or beforehand?
For sure, we're working on it. Again, it's when it's sim racing, the setup of the car is a lot more different than in real life, but still some of the things is equal. And when you do a 24-hour race, preparation and tactics is as much as fast drivers. It's not doing the fast lap in one time. You have to be fast over a lot of hour and consistent, and don't make mistakes and don't get into stupid things and stuff like that. Something you can prepare for and something which will just happen during the race. But regarding fuel strategy, regarding setups compared to what we think, how will the track evolve, all that kind of tactics we are working on during the season here.
Doing a lot of calculating, so on. So yeah, and we're also looking for like a certain driver we would like to have, because it's not like everyone. We need to find one we can work with, and one we can that's also fast, and also one that can think and not only be fast, because sometimes it's not important only to be fast, but also to have a great mind and mindset in the game, because it's like 24 hours race. So it's not important for us to finish first in like the first 3 hours. We need to be first in the last 1 minute.
Yeah. So if you ask us if we can compete with the big guys, I think we can. But again, it's racing. You need some luck compared with some very good setups and some very good preparation, and we're working on that.
That's for sure the goal.
Yeah.
So we will do that, our best.
Yeah, let's hope that we can have a great race up there in GT. I'm sure we will do. Talking about GTE, the category, how are you finding it in that class? I'm not sure what or how long you've been driving that class before, or whatever. I don't know the background on that, but I've always found it very interesting, because you've got to pass the GT3 cars, of course, but you've got to let the prototypes through at the same time, which must be very difficult. So, how are you finding that?
It's a combination of the driver awareness in the car and the pits giving correct information to the driver, so he knows if somebody's coming, who's coming, and he knows who he's coming up to, if it's a GTE car or GT3 car. So it's a lot of communication between the pit wall and the driver, and try to do it in a relaxing way. Not to be stressed out when you send the messages, but try to be calm sending the messages to the driver, so he's not going to be overexcited for the first time he sees the opportunity to get past. I mean, you can ruin everything in 3 seconds. So we need to. So it's a combination of good communication between the car and the pit.
Yeah, it's obviously a very big task, of course. Now, moving towards the real life things, you've obviously touched on it earlier on, but just explain to the. Obviously, I know the answer to this because I've talked to you before we started recording this, but just for the viewers at home, where are you right now, and what on earth are you doing there? First of all,
we are to the European Championship in karting, and it's in Spain, Suera. And tomorrow we start the free practice, and we are quite excited because we are starting with a new team, and we are not alone for this time in our own van. We have just traveled by flight. Then now we are at the hotel, getting ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a different way we do it this year. Last year we have done our own private team with ourselves. Now we are in a professional team. And they have all the knowledge, so instead of doing everything ourselves, Alexander can concentrate on driving. And we have, because of COVID, only 3 European Championship races, one here in Spain. In 3 weeks, we will have in Sarno in Italy, near Napoli. And then we are going to Wackersdorf, north of Munich in Germany. And then the World Championships in Portimao in November. So we're pretty busy, and then we will put in the 24 hours of Le Mans in between.
Yeah, it's going to be.
We have enough of time.
Going to be busy. Going to be busy by the sounds of it. Now, but by the answer there, this may seem like a bit of an obvious question to you both, but just simply, who's the faster one out of the both of you?
Oh,
me.
I'm the guy in the pit.
Yeah, he's in the pit, and I'm the driver.
Yeah. Regarding I do the tactics, I do the calculations, I do the communications from the pit, and Alexander and some of the other drivers, we coach them, Rasmus and Mikkel Gade will go in the car with us for the 24 hours. So I think we have a very quick and stable setup, and I will just keep myself out of the car because my reaction as a 50-year-old, it's way too slow compared to the young guys.
Fair enough.
It's probably me that's the fastest.
Fair enough. Right, finally, moving back towards the sim world. You've already kind of said it because you're going to be going towards the Le Mans race. That's your main aim. But what are you hoping to do there? Is it simply to win, or what are you hoping for?
You never ever competed in a race which is all about coming first without the ambition to win. And then with deep respect of the other guys competing, if we're good enough, we can win. But if somebody's better than us, they will probably win before us, yeah.
But I mean, to say something about it, it's like pretty hard for us to have some ambitions for the race because Mikkel, our new driver, is only driving the iRacing normally, but he is like one of the best in the whole world to do that. So one of the fastest, like matching all the great guys' times and so on. So we hope that he can do the same in the R Factor. And Rasmus is a really constant guy. And he is a really not old, but he's like 20 years old, so he have a big knowledge of the car and what it does and a good feeling, and he's really consistent. So with all the things together, I think we can have a good result.
Everybody starts a race with the ambition to win it, but you need good preparations and you need some good luck also.
Yeah.
But we have to see that there's always the same teams in the front, and that we have to respect. They use a lot of hours on it, and
they're also good. They are quick. They're really fast, but we need to be faster.
And it's like real racing. As long the guy sitting in the phone rings. As long the guy who's sitting in the seat the longest time preparing is the fastest guy for the 24 hours, and if they prepare well, they will be fast. So we'll try to manage that also.
Yeah, that's all you can do really is try best. Now, to round this off, I'm going to fire some quick fire questions at you both. Either of you can take this on, but looks like from that expression it's going to be Alexander. So I'm going to have I've got 6 questions for you. They'll come at you pretty quickly, and only a short answer really needed. 1 or 2 words we'll probably do here just to round it off. So if we're ready, we will begin with these 6 questions. Right. First of all, what is your favourite corner?
Oh, I think it's like the first chicane. It's like pretty fast and need to hit the curves on the inside. So probably the first chicane on the Mulsanne straight line.
Your favourite car of all time?
Oh, for sure the BMW car.
Yeah.
Really fast. Really good to drive.
If I gave you £1 million, what was the first thing you would buy?
I think I will buy a full season with one of the best racing teams, karting teams in the world. I think.
Maybe 2 years.
Sprint series or endurance series?
Endurance series.
Favourite driver of all time?
I think it must be. It's quite hard to say. I've always liked Tom Christensen, but
as a legend. He's a legend.
He is a legend. Yeah, but
for endurance, he
is. Yeah, Tom Christensen, I think.
And favourite sim game?
Oh, R Factor. R Factor. For sure, it's the best game.
I'm very sure about that one. Yeah, thank you very much to you both, though. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, and good luck with all the karting going on this weekend and the next couple of weeks. But Peter and Alexander, thank you very much for joining me, and good luck for the next few weeks.
No problem.
The Endurance E-Racing World Championship 24 Hours of Matsusaka is powered by ESR Esports Network, Xiling, Elite Gaming, SimLab, Husingfeld, Simplexity, Global Connect, and Sport Extra.